Welcome back to Whisky Whims with me, Stuart. Today we've got a Bruichladdich, 15-year-old, bottled for the Campbeltown Malts Festival and sold at Cadenheads recently. So you can still buy it out with the festival, which I thought was pretty good, especially they had lots left over. Because there's 1,015 bottles of this. Yes, I have not grown and become a giant. This is a 20cl bottle. Cost £40. It's 53.2% ABV. And cask type is Château Climens, I think that's how you say it, Hogshead. I'll try and show the label so my pronunciation maybe butchered it. But yeah, I picked this up, I think £40 it was in the shop. I've added water to this already. It needs water, I feel. It just opens it up a little bit, so I thought I'd just let you know that going into the review that it's got some water in it. And I'm a big fan of 20cl bottles. I think people feel a little cheated when they get a 20cl bottle, but for the right price and for something like exclusive as this, when you get a 50cl bottle it can do your nutting because they charge 70cl prices, but £40 for a 20cl, yeah, it's a little pricey, but it's a pretty exclusive whiskey, quite a unique finish, and bottled for the Campbeltown Malts Festival, so if you didn't get to go to that, then you can pick this up. So yeah, I'm actually a big fan of the 20cls, especially from Cadenheads, because I think the value is really there, and also society member things like this. We actually discussed this at Springbank Tasting. I feel like the 20cls or maybe even 35cls is the way to go, so we can get more people drinking them and more people opening them, but keep the price rather reasonable. Anyway, on to the whiskey itself. The nose. There's shoe polish there, and you hear people saying this all the time, and sometimes I think they just say it, but I genuinely can smell this. But it's new leather, it's 100%, it's undeniable new leather. There's maybe even, now I'm in my garage as you can tell, or maybe not can't tell if this is your first time watching, but this is my garage layout. And I've had my car in here, but I can smell petrol, and I've had this over a couple of nights. I can smell petrol in the air, but I think it's from the dram, not the car. Because like I said, I've compiled notes of this, and the petrol seems to be quite a consistent scent. There's something like charred. Now I've never had this in my life, but I can only think what it smells like because I'm trying to link these two things together, but like charred raspberry, but like a dehydrated raspberry. I know what dehydrated raspberry smells like, I know what raspberry smells like, and I know what charred smells like, so I'm just putting them together. There's a little bit of rubber. It's quite funky. It's quite Campbeltown-like, dare I say. I think if I was to get this blind, with the petrol, with the rubber, with the little slight funkiness, I could mistake this for a Campbeltown, easily mistake it for a Campbeltown. And also a sherry finish. I wouldn't be able to tell you what wine it was, what specific wine, but the easiest choice I would probably say was it could have been sherry. There's probably something like mint chocolate there as well, just on the end of the nose. We'll get down to the palate. Oh, it's lovely, lovely oily and creamy feel to it. It coats the mouth. You've got a definite film there. It's just lovely. It feels lush in the mouth. I never use that word. I don't know why I used it. There's sea salt. There's charred fish. There's maybe a little bit of walnuts and a kind of faint barley taste or grist taste, like the milled barley. Very faint for sure. And linking back to the nose, I said raspberry or dehydrated raspberry, and I want to go there again with like the raspberry that you get either in cereal, I think that's dehydrated as well, or maybe even like the raspberry you get through some cheese like Wensleydale or whatever. I'm not sure if that's dehydrated, but it feels like quite chewy, like a chewy raspberry, kind of almost gummy, but yeah, or not raspberry, sorry, cranberry. I'm getting my raspberry and cranberry mixed up. but like a chewy cranberry, yeah, chewy cranberry little chunk or something. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, really nice. I think the finish works really well. Red wine, I think it's red wine. Wine in general can be hit and a miss sometimes, I feel, and can kind of funk things up a little too much, but this is just the right level of, it's balanced, it's the right level, I feel. The finish, long and warming, definitely. More dirtiness, quite a bit creaminess as well. Once again, that lovely mouthfeel, and maybe some wine tannins to add in there. Like I said, this would not be out of place as a Campbeltown. I don't know if it's something to do with, was it matured in Campbeltown for a period, for quite a long period, left there, is that coast, that sea salt. I know Bruichladdich on the sea as well, but is the coastal element from Campbeltown giving it a little bit of funk? I don't know if this was just as funky when it went into the cask or what, but it's a funky number, and I'm glad I bought a bottle. So we'll get down to the review. I don't know what I've done with my coin. It might be in my pocket, it is. So we'll see if it's a Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. So first off, would I buy it again? Without a doubt, I'd pay £40 for another bottle of this. I don't feel cheated. I think £40, yeah, it's 20cl and people might feel cheated, but I don't. I think the quality's there, and I think the uniqueness is there. And yeah, I don't feel bad or regret paying £40. It's not much compared to other whiskies. So I wouldn't mind the 70cl bottle, but I'd hate to think what the price would be. Would it be almost triple? So yeah, I'm not sure. So yeah, I think it's worth the £40. I would buy it again, so I've covered them two. I would definitely buy it again, and I think it's worth it. Would I recommend it? Yeah, sorry, it's all smiles. It's 3 out of 3. My head's a bit clustered just because how much I'm enjoying it. And yeah, I think that's all I've got to say in it. Yeah, I would recommend it. Get trying this. If you like funk, if you like Campbeltown, if you like peat, if you like Islay, you're going to love this. This is just, yeah, it's cracking. I really do think so. So it's a Whisky Win. Once again, thanks for watching. I've been Stuart, this has been Whisky Whims. I'll see you later.